Hi, 7th standard student. Today we are going to see the next story. Two mouse, two the town mouse and the country mouse. The second story. Once upon a time, a town mouse went on a visit to his cousin in the country. The country mouse was a simple, rustic fellow. He loved his town friend. He gave him a hearty welcome. Beans, cheese, and breads were all he had to offer, but he offered them freely. The town mouse rather turned up his long nose at the simple country fare and said, "See, town mouse, this means a city mouse, and a country mouse means village mouse. Once upon a time, a the city mouse went on visit to his cousin. Cousin means brother, a relative in the country or village mouse or village. And the village mouse, the country mouse was a simple and a rustic. That means illiterate brother. Fellow means brother, and he lived his town friend. That country mouse was a simple and illiterate brother, and lived in the village with his friends. He gave him a healthy welcome: beans, cheese, breads. It means the country mouse gave to his cousin town mouse to eat beans, cheese, and bread with freely. And while eating that time, the town mouse don't like these things belong from the village mouse, and he said, I cannot understand, cousins, how you can put up with this poor food put off, but of course you cannot expect anything better in the country. Come with me and I will show you how to live. When you see town life, you will wonder how you could ever live in the country. And the town mouse saying that to the country mouse, I am not understand, that is how you can live in that poor condition with that poor food. And he is suggesting to the country mouse, come with me in the city, then I will show the city life to you. No sooner said than done. The two mice set off for the town and arrived at the big house where the town mouse lived in a hole. And then, without any losing times, they came to the city. And in the city, the town mouse, there were the big house, and in that big house that town mouse was living in the hole. And you will want some refreshing after our long journey, said the polite town mouse, and took his friend into a grand dining room. There they found the remains of a fine feast. Soon the two mice were sitting up jellies and cakes and all that was nice. And when they reached or came in the big house, that times the town mouse politely said to the country mouse, after long journey we should refresh. And after refreshing, they went in the grand dining, or grand means big dining room, and there they found the fine feast or the food, nice food they found, and the two mouse eating the jellies and cake, and these are the nice cake and jelly. Suddenly they heard growling and barking. What is that? Said the country mouse. It is only the dog of the house, answered the other. And while eating the cakes and jellies, that time they hear the voice of the dogs voice. And that times the village mouse said, or the country mouse said to the city mouse, what is that? And then this country village mouse asking that to the city mouse, the town mouse. Then town mouse replied, this is the voice of dogs. Only, said the country mouse, I do not like that music at my dinner. Just at that moment, the door flew open. In came two huge mastiff, and the two mice had a scamper down and run off. And that time, the country mouse, the village mouse said that I don't like the music or the voice while I'm taking the dinner. And at that time, the door is opened, and the two huge means big and mastiffs, big dogs of a special breed, the two big dogs enter in the room, and then two mice they have scampered down and ran from that place. And that times the country mouse said to the city mouse, goodbye cousin. And what is going so soon? Said the other. Yes, he replied, better beans and bread in peace than cakes and jellies in fair. And village mouse is saying to the town mouse or the city mouse, this is the better rather than your cakes or jellies. Our beans and breads are better, and these are the free to us. And that village mouse ran from that city mouse.